Hello and welcome to Cretaceous Cantina. Today we're having a look at the Mattel Jurassic World Hatch and Play Dinos Velociraptor Blue. This is one of the new hatchlings that is currently available on Amazon.com for $14.99. Packaging, as you can see, is pretty cool. It kind of gives you a little nestled look with the egg in there and blue kind of peeking out a little bit. There's even some rocks or something down here that you can kind of see there. It says hatch again and again. And pretty cool. It says that it chomps. There's a little blue figurine. And hatch again and again. Shows you that you can put the egg together and then open it up, and there is blue. Nothing much here on bottom. At the back, Velociraptor Blue spring-loaded action. So the egg actually pops off, it looks like. That's cool. I didn't know that. Here are the other ones that are available in the line. We have T-Rex, Triceratops, and Sticky Moloch. I wanted to go with Velociraptor Blue because she's my favorite. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and spend a little bit of time get this unboxed, and then we'll take a closer look at the Hatch and Play Blue. So first thing we have here is an instruction sheet that tells us exactly what we need to do, and shows you the action feature that the dinosaur has, how to insert it into the egg, and then what is supposed to happen after you insert it into the egg. Okay, and I love this. It's baby blue. She's so cute. It's a very interesting sculpt. I quite like it. I didn't really know what to expect, but I think that they did a pretty nice job with it. Look at her little tail, itty bitty. This just looks so fun. I really like the idea of having little baby dinosaurs. That's something that Kenner did, and it's really nice to see Mattel doing it once again. And she really does look quite nice. You can see that the plastic is quite similar to what we see on the rest of the Mattel Jurassic World line, meaning that it has that little fleck that kind of comes through on the skin. Really fun proportions, I think. She does have a little bit of a cartoony sort of look to her, but I think that that works in this case. I mean, it's a baby blue, baby dinosaur, so I can kind of accept the more cartoony look to them, especially if they're geared more towards younger children, which I think these may very well be. But close-up look here, you can see she's got these big yellow eyes with the black slit. Now, I was kind of led to believe, I don't know if it was from photos I'd seen somewhere or what, but I kind of recall these being shown with translucent-y looking eyes, kind of like what Kenner did back in the old days, and unfortunately they didn't quite do that here. I think that would have added a lot to this figurine, but I guess it just wasn't meant to be. But, you know, very nice sculpt. The proportions look good. She's got these really big feet. Again, really itty-bitty tail. The arms look quite nice. And she just looks fun. From any angle, she looks fun. Looks like there's a little bit of a paint blemish right here on her nose, on her snout. Not terrible, I guess. And then you got the blue stripes on either side of her body. And on this side, it goes up to her eye, and then all the way down the tail. On the opposite side, it just doesn't cover her eye. It's a unique feature to Velociraptor Blue. And, I mean, other than that, looks like maybe there's a little pink speck right there, a little bit more yellow right there. So a little bit sloppy, but, I mean, not awful. And then, you know, kind of this pistachio sort of color with more of a yellow underbelly. It looks quite nice. T-Rex logo right there. As far as articulation goes, for both of her shoulders, they have ball joints, so you can rotate them outwards and spin them. Quite nice. Both of the legs have swivels, and her tail actually folds up and then goes back down like that. Now she does have a built-in action feature, and that is the opening jaw. So she does chomp, and you'll see that here at her back there is a little wheeler right there. You just spin it like that. If you spin it and don't push it all the way, you can kind of just leave it open and pose her with her mouth open. So there's the inside of her mouth. She's got very cute baby teeth and slicked in pink in there. And then if you keep rolling it, it just kind of snaps. So that's fun. Now for the egg, you can see that it's pretty interesting looking. I think that it looks quite nice if you look at it maybe from the back. I really like the aesthetic of the material. But when you look at it from the front and you have that sticker there, it kind of looks a little weird, not to mention the JP logo right there. And, you know, just this part of the egg being a little bit wider than the bottom part. That way it can pop off. But I'll show you what I mean here. Like the sticker doesn't really look that great. I mean, you can see that it's kind of weird actually. Like it's in sections. Like there's a line right there. There's a line right here where it was applied. I'm not quite sure how well the camera is picking that up, but you can kind of see it right there. So it's not like a solid sticker. It's like there's lines on here. So very, very strange. And the sticker itself, the image isn't too bad. I just kind of think that maybe like a holographic image, like if you turned it back and forth, and it had kind of like that hologram effect, I think that would have been really nice. Just kind of give it more of a lenticular sort of look. But this is, I mean, it's okay. There's really nothing great about it. It just seems a little bit on the cheap end of things, I suppose. But again, I really like the actual egg. Like the look of it, of the shell, is really nice. I like how it has that blue fleck all throughout, and it has some nice sculpting on it. You can see some ridges. You can see some little cracks right here, like where you have that sticker, indicating that she is about to hatch. There's the inside. There's a tab right there, and there's a little section right there. When you look at the bottom part, you'll actually see that the tab connects right in there. It plugs in, and then the back side goes into there. So that's the inside of the egg. It's the bottom. Quite nice, and I really like the way it feels in my hand. It feels quite nice. So now we want to get blue in here. So if we look at our instructions, they indicate that we should put her in looking upwards. So I'm going to fold her legs upward a little bit. I'm going to raise her tail, and I am going to just kind of lay her in here like this. Just going by the instructions, that's what it's telling us to do. So now we're going to take the top part of the egg, and we're going to look at where we have those latches, and we're going to line it up. So it's not too hard to line up, since you have the JP logo on the top and on the bottom. That's kind of a good indicator what you need to do. And then you just kind of press. So now we have it assembled, but there's still one more surprise. When you push the egg down hard enough, it pops off and reveals baby blue in here. That's fun. That's fun. I mean, it's not something I would do all the time personally, but I like that. That's great. Let's try it again. Let's do it sideways this time, because the box says that we can do it sideways. Let's see what happens. You got to press it really hard. I actually like that better because blue just kind of pops out. So I mean, that's fun. I think little kids are going to really dig this. I mean, I dig it. I'm an adult. So I mean, this is fun. This is pretty cool. I think I'm going to get the rest of them. Here's the Hatch and Play Velociraptor blue egg next to the Kenner, the Lost World Velociraptor egg. And quite different in look. I really feel that Mattel quite nailed the more natural egg aesthetic. Whereas with the Kenner, you have more of this glossy sort of sheen to it. A little more cartoony looking. But when you look at what's inside, just pop this gal out. We have our little raptor right here. And it's hard for me to make an argument of the Mattel Raptor Blue looking better than what Kenner did back in the day, because just looking at them side by side right here, I mean, I think this is just so awesome. I don't know if it's partly because I grew up with these, but I mean, the eyes, I really thought they were going to do this to the new Hatch and Play Dinos. Sadly, they didn't, but that looks fantastic because it looks real. And just the sculpt, the way that she's perched with the tail around her body and her arms folded in like that, I think this looks terrific. And it's something that this definitely fails to capture. But, you know, I'm trying not to compare them too much because this is a different era. These are different toys. It's a different company. And clearly they wanted more playability than what Kenner did for us back in the day, which ultimately I'm okay with. Not everything needs to be Kenner. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. This is the Mattel Jurassic World Hatch and Play Dinos Velociraptor Blue. Overall, I think this is pretty fun. It's not the most exciting item in Mattel's Jurassic World toy line. It's not as impressive as the Super Colossal T-Rex or the Mosasaurus, but it's fun. I think they are targeting a younger audience with these Hatch and Play dinos. And that's okay. I'm glad that there's something for everybody and something for every age range.
in this line. That being said, I think it is really fun. I really like the little blue figurine. She stands quite well. She's got a little bit of articulation. The chomping jaw is a fun aspect, and the coloration is quite nice, even if there are a few QC issues with the paint. The eggshell itself looks great. I love the texture. I love the feel in my hand. The sticker's a little bit on the cheap side. I think that would have worked a lot better as a holographic or lenticular type sticker. And putting blue in there and having her hatch is quite fun. I think that kids are going to love that. While it might not have the realism of the Kenner hatchlings, there's a little bit more you can do with it, with the popping shell and the articulation and chomping feature of the baby. So overall, I'm happy with what Mattel did here at the price point. I dig it. I hope you will too. Alright my friends, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If so, do give us a like, do subscribe, let me know your thoughts down below. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Subscribe to Cantina Chatter on iTunes. If you're so inclined, please check out our Patreon page, linked down below. We will be doing our first Patreon giveaway soon. And as always, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to Cretaceous Cantina. Until next time, bye-bye.